Welcome back to this third and final hour of our 25th session of Hereticus. And so, do your thing, Akalon.
Trina Holster, in the name of the Emperor's Most Holy Inquisition, you will submit to judgment, heretic.
Splat.
So, on the other side of Trina, Sister Francesca and the Watch Brother class are standing. Watch Brother class having his boulder aimed at the back of Trina Holster's head. He knows that this is potentially a prisoner situation, so he's not going to fire unless.
No, he gets a nod from Francesca to show that he should just fill her up with very large holes.
Okay. Well,
point being that she's a little too cocky, but then again, she can't see either class or Francesca.
Nope, she can't. So, okay. Well, he basically pulls the trigger, and
we should see who gets to go first. Because if she dies before he shoots, he might end up shooting the people on the other side of her.
Well, it's a good point. If any of you besides Watch Brother class have anything you want to do, then we should probably roll some kind of initiative.
Yeah, as I said, splat, because Medea didn't really care if she had to, want to kind of surrender or submit. She wanted to shoot her in the face.
I mean, submitting to judgment means taking the fucking bolt round and liking it.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Something like that.
So, okay, let's see who gets to act first.
I think the Marine has a good chance. If I remember correctly, they have several different unnatural stats.
Yes, they do.
Holy shit!
They're a Space Marine. They're kind of...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna roll.
No, I didn't think so.
I am, because I want to know when I'm going to act in this.
Okay, cool.
For all we know, then
I haven't been able to get the thing yet where I actually take double my agility thing.
When will you be able to do that? Because that's what he has, and then some.
Later. I don't have the book up. I just know I weren't able to take it yet. That is why I don't have it.
Cool.
Right.
So I need to figure out because.
I mean, the most I can do is 17.
Still pretty damn good.
Yeah, but it's not 21.
What the hell?
What was that? Did you try to dodge?
No.
That's her initiative.
No,
no, that's him trying to hit her.
So Francesca, Akalon, Watch Brother class. Is anyone else going to do something? Prue, do you plan on doing anything?
See, the thing is, I'm not about to head into melee combat when I know people are going to try and blow her up in a moment.
I think that that makes sense. And
but you do still have some kind of firearm, don't you?
Me?
I have a last pistol.
Okay,
I'm sure I can roll my initiative.
Go ahead, sure. Because you can still. I mean, if you hit with the last pistol, you could roll a 10 on the damage, and then you'd be up for Emperor's Fury, as it's called, where you keep rolling.
Yes.
Last pistol can potentially take down a greater demon of Khorne, although the likelihood of that happening is minuscule. But in theory,
yes.
Remember the famous story of I can't even remember his name now. I'll think of it in a minute.
Yeah, the guy who slew a demon with a
knife.
Knife, yeah.
He was an adept, and he rolled like 9 10s in a row.
Yep. Okay, cool. So obviously, the Space Marine gets to act first, and so this is basically a matter of her saying, "Uh-oh, I guess it's game over," and then Akalon said his thing, and then everyone just opened fire.
Disintegrating her, hopefully. At least the.
Let's see.
At least, as I said, she can see the ones in front of her. She presumably can't see out her neck. So,
as far as you know,
facing a Space Marine is something that should be a daunting challenge to anyone.
Indeed.
Facing a Space Wolf should make her shit herself.
Yep.
If she has enough sanity to do that.
Let's see. Oh, that's poor roll. Okay.
Does he hit nothing with that?
No, he hits. His
good.
bolter shell hits, but he doesn't kill her.
But doesn't he fire? Does he fire only a single shot, or does he fire a blast?
He's confident enough in his ability to kill her that he only fires a single shot.
Well,
But
he's not the only one shooting.
Nope. Next up
Not
is
he shot prematurely.
yep.
For him.
Medea, you're up, so you actually do get.
Actually,
a chance.
Medea, you rolled 1d20 plus 7.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Just thought I'd point it out.
I didn't notice because it wasn't a weird number.
No,
Holy shit!
It wasn't, but yeah.
There we go. Of course.
Okay, so it's still Medea first or second in this case.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. She's not wearing any head armor, is she?
Nope.
Alright. Then it's good that I can use both my guns at the same time with a full burst, and cold shots doesn't even cost me anything.
Nice.
well, remember that cold shots. Never mind. That was something else. Never mind. Cool. Sweet.
Yeah, that's aiming you're thinking about.
Yep. Exactly. Cool. Let's see it.
Full burst.
It's burst, that's plus 10,
Plus 20.
right?
No, that's plus 20 if it's full auto, or is it burst?
I can't do a full auto on both guns.
That's true. They're bolters. So yeah, then it's plus 10.
Yes.
And no penalties. It's so nice. I like that it's just abbreviated to BS.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So much BS.
So much BS. Okay, I'm re-rolling that. You shitty roller. Fucking dice roller.
Well,
Wow.
that still hits.
yes.
And,
well,
and you're
if-
shooting with both guns,
assuming
then
that
you
she
hit
doesn't
with
get
2 shots.
to dodge it.
It's still 0.1. That's just... Seriously?
She actually
Anyway.
does get to dodge it.
Well, she can dodge 1 bullet, can't she?
Well, for every degree beyond her,
Oh,
her
right.
success, she
Right,
she
right.
dodges an additional bullet. So she was a high-ranking agent of the Inquisition,
Oh, yeah.
and that shows in her
Combat
almost
abilities.
supernatural speed, and she dodges Medea's bullets. Can she dodge Sister Francesca? However, that is the
Well,
question.
that's a good question.
Well, she can't because she's using
Target
reaction.
her,
So.
and I'm firing a burst.
Okay.
So. There you go, she gets hit by 2.
True. Okay. Some damage.
Some damage. I shall roll 2 times for damage. Oh, not hit. Damage. Come on. There you go, that's the first one.
Okay.
Oh, and they're 1 higher, both of them. Sorry. I forgot.
Do you-
They're 2 higher. I have Mighty Shot, but...
I was about to say, if it's Mighty Side, it's 2 higher.
Yes.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as it happens, it happens almost simultaneously, of course. Watch Brother Class fires his bolt gun. He hits, but it's not a lethal hit. Trina is able to dodge Medea's burst, but Sister Francesca is too much for the traitor. And where does Sister Francesca hit her exactly with that second bullet?
If I remember correctly, it's... let's see, how much did I roll to hit? I rolled 53. That means, in reverse order, 53 is 35, so I hit her in body, and if I remember, it's body,
I think so, yeah.
arm, leg, or something. So the first 2 shots are always in the same area, if I remember.
Okay. So
There are 4 penetration, obviously, on both of them.
She does wear armor, but she's already been
Damaged.
by the Space Marine, and so she's hit twice in the chest by Sister Francesca, and still with that nasty smile on her lips, she goes down to her knees, and then topples forward onto the walkway. As far as you can tell, she's dead.
Right. Walk up to her and plant 2 bolt shells in the back of her head until there is no more head.
Well, so at that range, it just takes those 2 bolts for her for her head to be vapor.
Yeah. Something tells me we haven't seen the last of this. We have already, remember, we have seen more than one of Ilvena Iriacs. We may have been dealing with a clone. We may have been.
I should roll a sanity check to see if Akalon still feels the presence of the lack of warp presence, shouldn't I?
Sure thing.
Oh, for God's sake!
I think you might be a little taxed by what has happened.
Yes, indeed. So, could you guys, as you're standing there, as you're standing over the corpse of Trina, or a clone of Trina, who knows? You certainly aren't convinced that this is the end of Trina Holster.
Hell no.
And the rest of you, what are you doing as this happens? I know, Akalon, you're trying to see if you can peer into the warp again, and you're not able to. But you can't quite tell if that's because there is no connection, or because as the fickle warp sometime has it, you're just not able to peer into it. It does happen basically whenever you fail a sanations check.
Yes. With this being the case, being able to sense it, he takes an opportunity to glare pointedly at the perforated corpse on the ground.
I think, for Prue's sake, she observes the surroundings, because we've already seen one trap.
Right. Could you roll me an awareness test, please?
Yes, can I have my dogs observe the surroundings as well?
Yes, they absolutely can. Meanwhile, is there anything specific Medea wants to do at this point? Or is she just standing over Trina's dead body as well?
She is currently looking around, trying to take in the surroundings, because she has the same idea Prue did.
Okay.
We have already walked through one. This could be another thing.
Yes. Cool. So you get to
I mean, she would be the perfect bait to get us into a trap.
That is absolutely true.
Indeed. So you get to roll me an awareness test as well. So Rasmus, the first one, what's that for? The first awareness, who's that for?
Prue, then Beta, then Alpha.
Okay. Wow.
Whoa!
Okay, so Beta
Nice.
basically notices. Well, Prue, you do as well. You see something that shouldn't be there. You see, basically, on one of these parts, you see a symbol. It's not a rune as you know it. The runes that make up the Imperial alphabet. But it's definitely it's some kind of language. Medea, you also see symbols, but they're all around you.
Guys,
I see a symbol.
a symbol, they are everywhere.
Point them out to me, please.
Medea points them out.
Can I see them?
Yeah, as soon as someone points them out to you, then yes, you can absolutely see them.
Watch Brother, do you recognize these?
I'm afraid I do.
Afraid you do?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's Drukari script.
The
We
what?
have met them.
Dark Eldar.
We have met them in
Yes.
Aww.
on the
Yeah.
Piety of Seth, and we have fought them at great cost.
This, what you're seeing here are basically coordinates.
But why are they here then?
It locks this place onto the. It basically lets the Dark Eldar see this place and get to it.
How do we destroy it? Do we burn this entire section?
We don't really have much of a choice in the matter.
Very well.
Can you set up? He looks at Prue when he asks this. Can you rig this entire place to blow or to be incinerated?
I shall see what I can do. There were bombs further back.
All right.
If we oversaturate this entire section with pure oxygen, then even a small explosion would burn the whole place out.
Right.
Do we confine the workers on this level to quarters? Are they beyond saving?
They are beyond saving.
Understood. Their sacrifice will not go without meaning.
The Emperor protects them.
He does indeed. As does he all.
Right. Let's get to it then. And so you guys, basically, you follow Francesca's suggestion, unless you have any other bright ideas. But
Whoosh.
yeah,
Whoosh!
you basically incinerate this entire sector of the ship. It does mean that the symbols are incinerated. It also means that a few thousand workers are incinerated as well.
Don't worry, Prue did the math. It was worth it.
Those are acceptable losses.
Yep.
Especially given the
Alternative?
alternative, yes, which is basically either an incursion of Dark Eldar or probably.
But we also now know that the Dark Eldar are somehow directly involved with these places. And the Dark Eldar working in any way, shape, or form with the forces of chaos is
troublesome.
Indeed.
put it mildly.
Yes.
Francesca,
Yes.
shouldn't we check the ship to see if there are more of those?
Oh yes, we definitely should.
So it should be mentioned that this entire thing, this incinerating this section of the ship, it takes a while, of course, and it's
Of
not
course.
without complications, because at some point people find out that something's going on, and at least some of the workers who are confined to quarters,
Try to get out.
yeah, they panic and they try to get out. So
This is where I, because the moment we set this in motion, I contact the watch sergeant over Vox and tell him that we will, in all likelihood, we will need the full team to help contain this.
Sure, and they arrive relatively shortly.
Yeah. Yes.
And
Having 5 Marines there, that should definitely help make sure that while people are panicking, they're also stuck.
yes, they are.
Any of them get in the way of Prue's work, they will be killed. That should hopefully send a warning.
Yeah, I think between the kill team and Prue, because Prue will be forced to neutralize a worker or two as they frantically try to stop her doing whatever they think she's doing.
She will attempt. She will probably kill them in the most gruesome manner she can to send a signal, to send a warning.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
to get the others to back off.
Any further disruptions. Okay, cool. And eventually, you do set the plan in motion. You do incinerate the place, and at this point, you will have left it behind.
Of course.
Did Trina clone number question mark have anything on her?
Oh, so Medea searched her. Well, so yes.
While they're talking about burning people alive to a crisp and make roast chicken out of them, we might as well check if there's anything useful on her.
Well, so there is one thing. It's a stone, a flat stone, with a single symbol on it. This is not similar to the ones the Dark Eldar script. This is something else, and that's the only thing of particular note. She does have her equipment as well, but that's the only thing that it. And does anyone touch this thing? I should ask.
Well, Medea is searching.
Yeah, sure. So she touches.
She probably picks it up to see if there's other things in that thing before she notices there's even a thing on it.
Yeah. So this flat stone that she finds, it vibrates ever so slightly.
I think when she pockets Trina and there's something vibrating in her hand, her face looks weird.
And the thing is, well, so no, never mind. Okay, so she pockets it.
No, she, takes it out of Trina's pocket,
okay.
and that's where she looks weird because there's something vibrating in her hand.
Yep. Well, you see.
And then just stares at it with it vibrates.
Yes.
It's the new stone phone.
Stone.
Mm-hmm.
She
What is
has
that?
friends.
It's an eye stone.
Oh,
It's a stone phone, and she has messages on her something
No, it
book.
isn't. No, it isn't.
Anyway, what is that, Medea?
I don't know. It's a stone and it vibrates.
Put it down now.
Fine.
Let's have a look at it while it's on the
I
ground.
know the brother knew what it was.
The brother looks at it, perplexed. He doesn't know what it is, and he doesn't recognize the symbol that's on it.
Medea looks disappointed. The man of question or answers has now become the man of questions. The horror.
I wonder what forbidden role that I do not have I would need in order to know what this is.
Unfortunately, if you do not have it, then you wouldn't know.
The only forbidden law I have, I believe, relates to psychers. So,
Oh, could you please roll it then?
It's a psycho stone.
Or it's what made her function as an untouchable.
How do I roll that?
Because here's the important thing to remember. You haven't actually felt that while being in her presence before.
No. Ah, there we go. Why didn't that work? Any modifier?
Plus 20.
This is not yours. We do not need to run into any of the Kakaradans while we're out here, thank you.
Why not?
Because they're very grim space marines who like to kill things.
3.1 degrees of success.
That's nice.
That is nice.
If law.
So you know about untouchables, of course, blanks
Yes.
or whatever else they're called. Basically, individuals that have this gift that they're able to block psychic powers.
Yes. Soulless
So
bastard.
come within a certain distance of an untouchable, and you can't do shit with your psychic powers. Aw, sad face.
Mm-hmm.
You also know that artifacts have been created by the Inquisition to basically serve that same function. Because untouchables are incredibly rare, and the Inquisition thought it might be a good idea to have more of these.
So not dangerous.
This is one such thing.
Not dangerous, but detrimental to Acheron. So the question is, well, the point is that there's no reason for any of us to keep it. So
what I would like for that thing
what
to
it
do,
is.
what I want for that thing is to be placed in the same vaults behind the same door as where we have the items that we are bringing. You know, they are already under guard, under lock and key, but they're highly psychic. They're psychically active. I want to place this thing next to them and see them scream.
Indeed. But
Is,
there's no question in Acheron's mind that this is what basically made her an untouchable.
So the point is that he's looking down at it grimly. He's got his bolt pistol aimed at it, and you can tell that he is. As soon as you realise what it is, that he is desperately trying not to just pull the trigger on the damn
What
thing.
is that thing?
If you pull the trigger, you're blowing my hand up, so you better have a very good reason for it.
It's an untouchable stone. It's what blocked the warp presence in this area to me.
Then in that case, we should place it next to the two Iriax shards.
And it's only when she says that Acheron raises his bolt pistol away from it. As you command. Just don't ask me to hold it, please.
I won't. She takes it. Unless... Oh, it's actually Medea was still holding it?
Medea is still holding it, yeah.
Then Medea just keeps hold of it.
Cool.
That's why she got a little offended that he was aiming the gun
Yeah,
at
of
it. With
course.
a, you better have a very good reason for blowing my hand up.
It's reflexive, and Acheron, are you certain of that? This item was in Holster's possession. It might be contaminated in some fashion.
In that case, it needs to be under lock and key even more.
Of course. Very well.
You have the same emotion about this thing as I have about certain people. You hate it.
This thing is making me feel very uncomfortable. I feel nauseous, and I have a headache developing.
Then it's only fair I hold it, because a psychic gave me a headache once.
I should like to focus on checking the ship for more of these identification runes that the Sukari use.
Yes.
Yeah, I will walk back to this.
Yes.
So, okay, cool. So you spend a considerable amount of time searching the ship, because one thing is searching for a person. Another thing is to search every nook and cranny for these minuscule runes that you're looking for.
Before we go, though, there's one last thing I would like to check then.
Sure.
Because are they just painted on there, or are they, like visible under a certain light or something?
No, they were just painted on there, but the color used was the thing that made it not stand out to you. It was just
right, okay.
Spot. But they were just painted on.
Okay, no problem. Never mind then.
So, okay, cool. So you basically incinerate this section of the ship, and then you go searching for other such runes. There are none to be found. Apparently the ship is not clear of these runes, and
good.
And it's also worth mentioning that at some point, Watch Brother Class shows he's basically recorded your findings.
Yes.
And he shows this to his fellow battle brothers, and so the conclusion they reach is that this would have opened a what are they called?
Webway.
Yeah, exactly. For the
webway gate right in the middle of the ship.
Yep. Basically.
It would have been overrun by the bastard.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
It was a good thing you found them.
Yes, if they something springs to mind from our favourite science fiction show, Joan.
Oh right, yeah.
If they take the ship, they will rape us to death, eat our flesh, and sew our skin into their clothing. And if we're very, very lucky, they'll do it in that order.
Yes.
No, charming stuff, ladies and gentlemen of the listening audience. But Firefly is forever, and we love it.
Firefly is the best thing that has happened to science fiction.
Yes, and that is exactly what the Pukari would do. Too soon. Indeed. Cool. Well, so eventually you've this particular thing has been resolved. You've murdered Trina, or maybe a clone. You don't know. You suspect as much, and you've prevented an incursion directly into the ship. So job well done, basically, and nothing further happens of particular note as the Imperator Inquis flies off into space, heading toward
the moon.
No, well, so no, close but not quite. Heads toward the Watch Fortress, where hopefully you'll be able to hide away these shards from the enemy.
Okay.
And yeah. Were you going to say something, Chris?
No, I think just that, assuming this all eventually gets done and we've all spent 48 hours continuously without getting any sleep, that Akalon will, even if it's just going back to the briefing, I imagine the others will go back to the main sort of briefing room we were in and just find him slumped in a chair.
Yeah.
Yes. But,
Aww. Mortal needs. She gets him.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
What troubles you, Akalon?
I'm tired.
Ah. In that case, you should rest.
I think he's trying to.
Mm-hmm.
Are we bothering you? Bother. She starts poking inside.
I need to. Do I need to? Since this is among friends and I've got all the time in the world. Actually, no. Actually, I can't answer. Do you want? I want to use telepathy on Medea. What do I need to roll for that?
Well, so I don't think
Just,
so.
yeah.
Assuming that Aya is okay with the telepathy thing, then I don't think we need to roll.
I don't think she expects it.
Well, the point is he's never used it before. So basically, Medea hears Akalon say, "Will you please stop doing that?" And his lips don't move.
She stops immediately, takes 5 steps back and leaves the room.
Huh. What happened?
I have unlocked the secrets of telepathic communication and have just tested it on Medea.
I see. What a curious reaction she had.
Well, she's never experienced it before, so I imagine she found it strange.
Well, I would suggest you find a bed if you are tired.
That's true. Although, considering what we found down on level 35 Alpha, getting into one of those, even I'm not sure I trust a bed at the moment. Although I suppose we do get better quarters than those coffins they stuff the workers in.
If you would like, I can check that your bed is not rigged to explode.
It's very sweet of you. Nah, I'll be fine. Mm-hmm. Hey, he'll die having done his duty.
Which is all we can hope for in the service of the Emperor, isn't it?
Exactly.
Famous last words. I'm sure my bed's not rigged.
Yep.
We'll be fine.
The most ironic one would be if he just starts slumping down and just says, "I could sleep the sleep of the dead." Well, he is. No, okay. I think yeah, it'll be fine. But does Akalon run into? Well, he excuses himself and Actually, no, before he excuses himself, he says, "Thank you for the save with the explosives there, Prue."
It was in my own best interest as well, but you're welcome.
Of course.
You should thank Medea as well. She spotted it.
I will, just as soon as I find her. Although, actually, good point. He reaches his fingers up to his temples and sends another telepathic communication saying, "Thank you for helping out earlier, Medea."
Fucking getting that stone! Fuck out of my head! and of course, I don't know if he'll hear that, but everyone around her will.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the point where the warning klaxons go off throughout the ship, and everything turns red as red lights flare up, and you hear something or someone over the Vox basically saying something akin to "all hands on deck, all hands on deck, this is not a drill, this is not a drill."
I believe your rest will have to wait, Akala.
It never ends.
And that is where we will end this session of...
Except it does end.
It never ends! And this is where we end this session.
Yes.
Cool. So, 350 for this session.
Ooh.
Yes.
Lovely.
And
I'm going to use my XP as I have saved up. I'm going to use that to get some extra wounds. So
Excellent.
that sounds like a good plan.
I just realised I will
buy 3 extra.
I'm going to be able to actually, if I spend all 400 of these points, I will upgrade to I'll upgrade to the next rank of as a psyker.
Cool.
What is that in a second?
And with that, I think it's time to for us to
yes,
basically say goodbye to our dear viewing or listening audience, and until next time, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.